You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Markeia McCarty and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
Oh yeah. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV. I'm Tom Connolly, and this is your main event after show. Sitting next to me, Markeia McCarty. I don't know.
That's next to you guys at home.
Yes. Sitting next to all you guys at home, Markeia McCarty. How you doing, Markeia?
Hey, I'm good. I like this music. This is good.
Some Mark Henry music, yeah. And sitting across from us, Scott Narver is sitting there.
Yep.
Beardless.
Right. Beardless. Shameful.
It's okay. It'll grow back in. By next week, it'll be all back to where it was.
I should have had a beard versus beard match with someone in AfterBuzz.
Yeah.
Oh,
Feel the fool.
And sitting next to him, the returning Gabrielle Loren. How you doing, Gabby?
I'm doing good. You know that injury to the eye was like so bad for the last 10 weeks that I had to hold out, you guys.
It's okay.
Yeah,
We
you should
understand.
apologize for that, Scott.
I was just celebrating yes like Tom, and it went awry. Got it right in the eye.
Ah, man.
I tried to be a Daniel Bryan fan, so
Yeah.
instead I should
I
just
know.
like Batista. See, you can't hurt eyes that way.
Well, you could punch someone in the face that way.
Well,
So, guys, main event from London tonight. They're in the UK. I think all week. At least SmackDown. Raw was there. The crowd was very hot for Raw. They loved everything. Bray Wyatt was amazing as always on Raw. I mean, the crowd was just
Why are you talking about Raw?
because I'll get into it. Because I wanted to talk about Raw because Raw was really good. But let's get to main event then.
wait,
Main
what
event.
about Raw?
Well, Cesaro was on Raw, and he's on main event, and so is Paul Heyman.
That's true. Paul Heyman.
Heyman comes out, and he says, I have a secret to tell everybody. Do you guys know what his secret was?
I don't think it was a secret.
No, it wasn't a secret. It was something about, I can't remember what it was.
Is this client?
Yeah.
I assume the client was a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't Cesaro.
No, it wasn't. A different
Somebody
client.
No.
Not Punk.
I'm sure
No,
he
he's
did
Curtis Axel?
He's
something
unemployed.
important.
Ryback?
Adam? Oh no.
Brock Lesnar. That's it.
That guy.
He beat the streak. Just so you guys know.
When was it?
SummerSlam. No.
No, no, that's after
Starrcade.
Payback.
Yeah,
Wait,
Starrcade in '96. He beat the streak.
He beat Goldberg Street
Yeah.
with a electric baton.
He beat the Undertaker streak. So,
Yeah,
Heyman,
so it's 21-1 now?
yes. Yes. But he introduces his new client, Cesaro, that is going to be the next main event of Raw, the main event of SmackDown, the main event of Paul Heyman. This is now called Paul Heyman's main event, just so you guys know.
Gotta update these
Yeah.
graphics in here.
But he's going to be the next main event of WrestleMania, and the main event of main event, because he was the main event last week, and he's the main event tonight. But they're interrupted by Mark Henry, who comes out, kind of talks some trash, and then awkwardly puts Cesaro in a bear hug. Did you guys think of...
He was in hibernation, so
Yeah.
his coordination was a little bit off. So that bear hug was a a touch sloppy, but it got the job done.
It did. It scared Cesaro a little bit, but I wasn't expecting it. I don't think he was either. He was just very awkward, like grabbed him, and he's like, "Oh crap, I'm in a bear hug."
Like, oh, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they leave, but before that, Heyman says that Cesaro is the strongest athlete in the world, and he's gonna prove it tonight when he takes on Mark Henry. What do you guys think of the opening segment?
Always love Paul Heyman. Always love him. He works the mic. He's fantastic. He's a gorgeous weasel to hate.
Yes.
I love that. I found it very interesting that he did not once hand that mic over to Cesaro.
No, he doesn't. He likes to talk the whole time. Cesaro just likes to repeat what he says a lot. But yeah, interesting enough. I mean, Cesaro, he's still getting,
Yeah.
he can talk in the mic, but
Yeah, has he? Because I'm trying to remember. I mean, I guess I'm just distracted by that body.
Of Paul Heyman.
Yes, yes. But I don't think
He
I've heard
fills a suit.
Oh, doesn't he? I don't think I've heard him on the mic. It was like that time when we saw Sheamus and go behind with Renee. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Famous segment has popped up on the show now, Gabby, to fill you in.
A famous segment.
Yes.
Famous segment.
There
Blowing
are
up on
memes.
Twitter.
Yes,
there are
it
memes
is.
now.
What is
we
it?
will have to tag you in them.
Markeia has inspired a whole new segment. Renee Young, a backstage,
host.
Yeah, the interviewer.
yeah, backstage interviewer. One time that Markeia referred to it as the go behind with Renee, and there are
I meant
very
behind the scenes. I meant that.
Oh, okay.
I meant that.
Markeia.
there are some great memes
Yes,
that we
there
need to share with you.
One's with the Shield. The Evolution one is really
Really?
good.
Sheamus?
I think it's Sheamus.
Yeah.
Orton. Yeah, yeah,
Who's an
Wait,
Orton?
because of what Markeia insinuated?
yeah.
I didn't
There's
Shut up.
find that
yeah,
Twitter
it's
handle.
it's like
so that
it's
people
I think
can
it's
look it up under
Magnus or
his.
Mag.
Yeah, we'll find
yeah.
it. We'll
That's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Sphere of influence, Markeia. It's a big sphere of influence.
It was such a slip.
It's been awesome though.
Oh, Magnum MH.
That's it.
Magnum MH 519.
Yes.
Follow
Thank
and
you.
enjoy.
Yes.
Thank you for them. They're very funny. But I don't know. What did you guys think of the first opening segment with Heyman and Cesaro?
I appreciate Paul Heyman's energy because who wouldn't want a man like him defending their titles, etc. Because he's so forceful, in your face, aggressive. This is how it is. However, the commentators say, when you make claims, you better be able to back it up, and couldn't back it up. Clearly, as we saw later on. I mean, I liked it though. Overall, I enjoy the energy and the passion behind Paul Heyman.
As a standalone segment, this was a lot of fun. Heyman was really great. Heyman gets the crowd going. Heyman just knows how to play a crowd. It's really enjoyable. And then Cesaro's great. The music is cool. I like the sirens, playing in the song. But yeah, just him and Henry. I mean, the segment was fine for what it was. It got me excited for the show.
Yeah.
I don't want to screw the pooch and just say what I thought of the rest of the show.
No, I mean, I was like, oh, this is gonna be. When I saw that it was announced that it was gonna be Heyman or Cesaro versus Henry, I mean, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good match. I was like, I want to see what I want to see what Cesaro is gonna do to Henry. How's he gonna lift him up and do some crazy move to him.
I do have to make one other comment about that, though. Although I did love it, I do think it could have been shortened. I feel like they dragged out that whole Paul Heyman thing.
I think when Mark Henry came out, I think it kind of went Heyman saying Brock Lesnar beat the streak. I mean, we're just used to him saying that.
It was just too much.
Yeah, I think Well, I felt like when Mark Henry came out, it was just an awkward pause of
Yeah.
we're gonna fight.
And then
So
they didn't,
when-
and then they came out later, which
Yeah.
I thought was bizarre, but whatever.
Well, because they're the main event, so.
Which I get, but I don't know. It was too much of a build-up to then be disappointed.
With what happened later.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, they did build something that you think is going to be your main event. You think you're going to get a match or something like that. So it's if that's not...
Wait, can I just spoil it? So the hand wrestling was the
arm
main
wrestling?
event. Arm wrestling, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. No.
We'll get to it. Yeah.
we'll get to
we'll
it.
get to
But
it.
yeah,
I just had to
it's
say
like,
that.
Yeah.
Don't put that much build up then to something that if you know that that's what the payoff is going to be, that you're not going to get that. Have that just be the thing that happens at the end. That could have been, you combine that with the ending and that's what it was.
Yeah, he could have challenged him to an arm wrestling match then.
Yeah,
And that could have
and
been
then-
what. Then I would have been like, oh, okay, that's what's going to be in the main event.
I
But
mean, it was below anticlimactic. It was what's another word for under that? Underclimatic. It was horrible.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
yes, I mean, we've been on a roll here of good main events. I mean, I think since, even before leading up to WrestleMania and even after that, But yeah, this one was definitely. I hate to be like negative about it, but this was definitely below our standards of what we've been used to.
Great.
For here,
the one I come back for. Amazing.
So let's get to the first match of the night. Sherlock Holmes versus R-Truth. Or should I say?
You said it right.
Yeah. Or should I say? What do you call him at the end? Sherlock Sandow Holmes or something like that.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. All I wrote was
the clearing of the throat, and
all I wrote down was WTF is up with Sandow because last week wait, were you here when he came out and tried to interrupt the whole show?
No.
that was
It started last week or the week before. He came out on the Raw pre-show and tried to take over the show, kind of cut this promo, kind of being like, "Oh, I'm sick of having to dress up in these stupid costumes," because he had to dress up as Magneto a couple weeks ago on Raw, and all this stuff. And it was kind of getting him some steam of he kept coming out and saying he was handcuffed. Every time we tried to talk, they would cut off his microphone. So they were building to something. And then now this week he comes out dressed like Sherlock Holmes, and I was like, "What the heck?"
The prop people are very happy.
I guess so.
We finally get to use the magnifying glass.
and a hell of a team player, but
Yeah, there's that.
yeah.
It just disappointed me. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good angle for him," and then now they're throwing him back. I thought maybe he was gonna come out and I'm gonna play the part and be this, but once he gets that mic, he was gonna go off, but he didn't do that. And then R-Truth came out and kind of said the same thing of what happened to you? Dressing up as all these different characters and
Well-rapped R-Truth.
Yeah.
Well-rapped.
He wouldn't even rap.
That's true. What's going on with R-Truth?
Yeah.
I know.
No rapping, no Sandow doing a pipe bomb promo.
Of all people you need to solve this mystery, is Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
But he's too busy wrestling.
But this match was this is the longest match of the night that they had.
It was long.
Yeah.
That's the award it's given.
It had 2 commercial breaks. It was 15 or 20 minutes long.
Yeah. But I mean, the notes, R-Truth hit a big, it was kind of like a kick to the face of Sandow. I thought it was cool looking, kind of from the ground up. But Truth was in control, and then Sandow threw him over the ropes, and he went flying over the ropes onto the floor. I thought that was cool looking. And then Sandow was basically in control. Truth started to make a comeback, and then Sandow ended up hitting the "You're welcome" to get the win. I was happy he got the win, so I don't know where it's going to go from here, though. I don't know, a win over R-Truth, helps him, kind of, but I don't know. What'd you guys think?
I will be completely honest. When I saw them both come out, I was like, oh, this is a tough one. Which one's going to lose? It wasn't which one's going to win. Not that mindset. It was, okay, I think R-Truth is going to lose. But wait,
That's
it's
funny.
Damian Sandow. So, and oh, man.
The frustration.
You need to go to youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV and watch Markeia rubbing her forehead.
Yes.
And pitching.
This match, this long, and then you could even tell that the camera guys, because the camera angles that they were doing, I'm sorry I know this is a show. I know this is a performance. I know that these are very skilled athletes. But seeing Damian Sandow, if this is R-Truth's head, Damian Sandow going like this, where you can obviously tell him that the camera angle is right here. And I'm like, what are you doing? Don't do it. Don't do it. And then they switch to another camera angle. And it's ruined for me. I know he's not really hitting him. And it's just, the little kid in me was just like, okay, so that's the truth about Santa. And I already know. So
Yeah.
But still, I gave this match a 1.5.
Oh.
So
Ouch.
it was too long for both of these athletes. They didn't phone it in. The show might have phoned it in this week, but they didn't phone it in. But I was very underwhelmed. I didn't enjoy it. And the very fact that I wanted to fast forward on my controller that said a lot about the match for me. So I gave it a 1.5.
Gotcha. Gabby, what'd you think?
feel as though when anyone incorporates a character into their wrestling, use it to your benefit and make that also have your physical movements involved with the character. But for him, I feel like it was kind of a scapegoat because he would roll out of the ring a bunch of times because he was scared. He played this like victim the whole time in the match where it was like, catch me if you can. But I wasn't feeling it because A, it's like you want someone that's going to be a competitor and want to keep coming at you and keep fighting to kind of reign on top. He wasn't doing that for me. He was running away. And in addition to that, even the people on the show thought it was crazy. They said the guy clearly has a screw loose. I wasn't about the whole Sherlock Holmes. I thought it was dumb. Who wrestles in a suit? You know what I mean? And dress pants. I mean, come on, that's got to be mad uncomfortable. And maybe he's punching like this where you could see what he's doing because he can't extend his arm all the way back in a button down. I don't know. That's just my thought.
And that vest. He had that vest on still.
Yeah, and a vest. Suspenders, right, at one point maybe?
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was just so stupid. And then, I don't know, I definitely thought it was too long. I agree with you on that because it wasn't interesting enough for me to be engaged the entire time. I just kept wondering, when is this going to end? But happily, R-Truth met him outside the ring and slapped him in the face, and I thought that was well-deserved because it was kind of like my frustrations being relieved because I wanted to do that to both of them. And I like the move when Sandow wrapped R-Truth's arm, wraps R-Truth's arm in complete control, and R-Truth almost escapes, and then Sandow slaps him back down on the ring. Very strong in that moment, one of the standouts. And when Sherlock Holmes did a drop kick, it was very quick and precise. Those are the only two things I remember about the match. Other than that, I give it a 2 point.
Gotcha.
It's just so weird. Like, I agree with what Markeia and Gabby are saying, that it's... I don't understand the point of why put him in the Sherlock Holmes outfit if it truly means nothing. Like, if there's other guys that don't have anything going on, throw them in the outfit and have them do something goofy with it. Because,
what's that rider doing?
Yeah.
Like somebody,
Like playing it up, like playing to the English crowd, like trying to get on their good side. Or even like, why didn't we get the Union Jacks to come out? That's the 3MB alternate ego when they're in England.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't that the thing? Like, why are we getting a character that we all know and have some feeling for already, and then confusing all of us by putting him in a Sherlock Holmes outfit?
Yeah.
No matter how good, because both these guys, like you said, Markeia, they're great.
Yeah.
R-Truth and Damien Sandow are excellent wrestlers. But when you muddle the characters like this of who they are, it really makes it not mean anything. So we're watching something that's just like, this actually has nothing at stake.
Like, let's just put them in Disney outfits next.
Yeah,
So
Disney
stupid.
princess outfits.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I want to see Jasmine and Belle go at it.
For the divas.
Right?
No, it's got to be the guys in the outfits. They're not gonna put the girls in the outfits.
So it's a shame. It's really a shame that, like, for two talented performers, for a show that they said on there was the #1 watch show for
I saw that.
for the network.
Yeah.
I want to know what it's gonna be next week. Like, I want to know I mean, it's probably still gonna be highly watched.
Yeah, but you got to keep it up. Like, if this is #1, you can't be doing stuff like this. Like,
No
that
way.
can't happen.
We can't be underneath Slam City.
Yeah, exactly.
That can't happen.
And there's another thing I want to point out. Being that it was the #1 most watched program, why isn't AfterBuzz Main Event not the #1 watch program?
I think your Vine.
think-
Yeah, where's that Vine at that you made?
I
Was it a
think-
Vine?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, but it was
Yeah, no, it's
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
It was Instagram.
I think
Yeah.
our viewers need to spread the word, and then when you do that, you need to comment and like. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Because,
definitely.
I mean, there's no reason why it should be #1 on WWE Network and not on AfterBuzz.
Exactly. Because we recap it great.
Yeah,
each
that's
week.
better than the recap.
I was gonna say
on
perfect. I was gonna say
WWE.
perfect, but I was like,
Perfect.
yeah. We're better than perfect.
We're a 5.0. Great.
But yeah, I mean, it's a shame for Sandow. I don't know what's happening with him. They should have thrown somebody else out there. Did something. They could have made this match 5 minutes shorter and put on another match for us. Put
Yeah, that
something
would be
else
nice.
on, or made that last segment. Well, it was still kind of dragged out. Or at least put on. I don't know. They could have done something else. It was it was a big, I don't know, cluster.
And
of
for such
everything.
a hot crowd, like the England crowd is crazy, and they're ready to jump onto anything because their product hardly comes over there. Like they come out for WrestleMania, the English, and then when they go over there, they're ready to eat whatever it is up, and then it's, hey, here's Sherlock Holmes. Like, really? It's 2014. We don't need to keep doing that.
No, but it's also like they would have loved Sandow to see him be Sandow. Like it was just I don't know.
I gave it 88 copies of the Scooby-Doo WrestleMania mystery movie on DVD.
Gotcha. I for some reason I don't know why I put 2.5, but it was definitely a 2.0 for me. I don't know. I was trying to boost it up a little bit in my mind, I guess. But as we talk about it, I'm like, it's going down. So then we get a Raw recap. Stephanie McMahon comes to the ring. Daniel Bryan had his neck surgery last Thursday. It was successful surgery. He still has the belts, but Stephanie McMahon says that I'm not going to strip you of the title, but you need to come to Raw next week and surrender the WWE Championship to back to the company, back to the Authority. I feel like first when I did hear the music on Raw, I thought Daniel Bryan was there, and I was like, they really had him get on a plane and go to London for Raw. Like they really needed him there. But I'm glad it was just Stephanie coming out to this music. But hopefully, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna surrender the titles.
No, don't do it. Don't surrender the title.
Yeah.
No, he's worked so hard to get it. The fans have put so much energy towards getting it. Just having him surrender it? No, that's not going to happen. That can't happen.
Oh my God, that would ruin everybody.
Yeah, in a bad way, not in that good. Oh no, hyped up way to just be like, really?
I feel like there'd be a rebellion and nobody would watch WWE.
You're right. No. So he should wrestle at Payback. He should defend his title.
Yeah,
in like 3 weeks.
Would he be? He wouldn't be.
Well, if he's going to hold on to his championship,
I know
then
what
he better defend it.
He could do an arm wrestling match. Clearly,
I don't know. That could mess up his neck. I don't know.
We're so optimistic today.
I don't know.
Positive and full of joy.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? You should surrender it or no?
Hell no.
No.
Hashtag best for Batista.
I knew you were gonna say that. I'm sure you were really excited when Stephanie said, "Should we give the title to Batista?"
Yeah, got really loud in my house.
Yeah, I could hear Scott. Yes, he was doing yes chants for that. I don't know where they're taking it. I think he's not gonna surrender. I mean, I think there's still no timetable on how long he has. Till he'll be able to wrestle again. I mean, we still have. I mean, we only have like 2 weeks till the pay-per-view, so I doubt he's going to defend it there.
It's a compelling storyline that they're doing with this, like the build of saying that you should come to the live show, post your neck surgery, and surrender it. So it's that's compelling to keep you watching and go like, what is going to happen? Yeah,
they are hooking you in each week. Of like last week, it was we don't know what's going to happen, so tune in Monday to find out what we're gonna decide about the belt.
Giving you actual drama, much like what Sandow was, breaking out from the scene and saying, don't do this to me, rather than hopefully they don't dress Daniel Bryan as Sherlock Holmes or whoever.
Well, where will they be next week? I think they're in Tennessee.
Oh, so dress him up as Jeff Jarrett.
Yep. Okay.
Could he name a champion to wrestle
like a
for
successor?
him?
Oh, like
like
Batista?
like that, where it's just like, yes, he's representing me because I can't. So then that's a different way if they're, that's a lot of tension there on that particular, wrestler. And then it's like if that wrestler loses it, it's not Daniel Bryan losing it, but still he would lose it if that wrestler lost.
That's interesting. I like that a lot.
So that would be...
She should defend the title.
Against Kane? Against the Demon Kane?
Yeah.
I think a light bulb just clicked.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever been done before, to my recollection.
Yeah, like I know they've had...
Great. I totally watched that.
Because I feel like they've had matches where it's been like... it was like Triple H, Vince, and Shane versus Undertaker, Kane, and Rock. And I think Triple H had the belt, but the belt was on... So whoever got the pin won the belt. And like, I think I don't know, one
Like
of them.
your team represented the belt. So
Yeah.
if someone lost it on your team, you would still lose it. But never like, I choose this person to wrestle for me.
Yeah.
However, I think that would work if they were using a person that was on the rise and up and coming. Kind of like Daniel Bryan got the public vote. That's why he is where he is today. If he got like the younger version of him
Yeah.
to help him
Maybe
out.
one
Which I
of the
don't-
NXT guys step him up and have him, wrestle.
That might be nice.
Yeah.
Little Bray
Give him
Wyatt
a
kid.
chance. It goes
Yeah.
with the storyline.
That could be good. I mean, I like your idea. I think it would work for them.
I would
at
watch
least
that.
At least they have them defend the belt in some way, and then then if he does lose, then he loses the belt. Then you have an instant feud between him and whoever he picked himself.
Yeah, and then
To-
you could maybe have a behind-the-scenes thing where Triple H is paying off that wrestler
To lose.
and it's like Daniel Bryan comes in, you're like, what? And then Brie is there. And,
No more
not-
screaming.
wait, is Brie?
Yeah,
Not the other
Yep.
one. It's Brie.
no more screaming from Brie. No.
Nikki John, Brie Bryan. Brie Bryan works. Rhymes.
So we'll see what happens on Monday on Raw. Hopefully, I mean, I'm sure he'll be there. I doubt he will surrender it, but who knows? Maybe he will. Maybe he's not going to be back for 2 or 3 months. Then I think it makes sense that he does just let's just take it all.
Old
Let's just
30-day compete clause.
exactly Which Dean Ambrose used that so much when he had that title. So let's get to the Divas match of the night. This was this should have been a very heated rivalry for this match. There should have been a build. There should have been more of a storyline going into this. This was that Divas feud they could have had that had nothing to do with the title. Obviously Oksana, kneed Naomi in the face a couple months ago. Those pictures were nasty looking that they showed.
Yeah.
Her eye looked like the size of a golf,
Yeah.
her eyelid looked like the size of a golf
I
ball.
remember this one.
Yeah. So I don't know. There should have been more of a build to this match.
There should have
And there
been.
just wasn't. They kind of
This one meant something.
yes, it did. And
Yeah.
they kind of talked about it a little bit and they showed the Total Divas clip. But it was a very short match in the end. Oksana was taking control. She did like a fake was gonna knee her to the eye at the beginning of the match. And she was attacking her head and near her eye for the majority of the match too. Naomi ended up making a comeback. Naomi hit some really cool moves.
Yeah.
And it was a cool tilt-a-whirl kick to the head. I think did she do the flipping clothesline that she normally does? I don't know if
Well,
she
she
did it in
did
this
rear
match.
window, and then she
Oh,
did
the rear view.
Rear view. Thank you.
Yeah.
That
Rear
other one's
window.
a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that was how she won. So she ended up hitting the rear view at the end to get the win. But yeah, I thought this match was really fast for a few. I mean, they could still continue this. This doesn't have to be over.
Yeah,
But-
they've already kind of blown their load on it. You and
your
man.
vocabulary.
sorry.
I think we got another meme coming.
I'm gonna drink more Coca-Cola.
But yes, I don't know. What did you guys? This was a very short match, though. What did you guys think overall of?
Well, this was a really great subplot that they could have kept going on for a while. If in the future Naomi somehow got the Divas Championship from Paige, then have Oksana come in and do something. There was a lot of things that they could have done with this, and then they just kind of wasted all of that energy in one very short match. Well, not very short, but it just there was, like you were saying, there was no real build up for it, and there didn't even feel like real tension between the two of them. It just seemed like it was a regular match. If anything, it seemed like I was getting more from Oksana for the rivalry thing of yeah, come on.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
going to take out that eye. While it just seemed, for me, Naomi's awesome. Love her moves. She did some new moves that I just hadn't seen before, where that one where she had Oksana on the ropes, in the in-between ropes, and then she wrapped her head underneath and then slammed her back face first on the mat. I thought that was great. That, and she did the for lack of a better term, the butt snuggle,
Wait, what were we
against the
calling
corner
that?
post. What was that one?
She shakes in her butt.
Yeah.
I think he called it the rack of No, wait, that was a different one.
That's the Bella's move.
Yeah, I don't recall, but it's not.
You definitely did have a name because I remember.
Yeah, right?
But I can't think of what it is.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but this could have been so good because it was a real thing that happened that you could put into a storyline, and they totally just poo-pooed it, and well, it still was a good enough match between the two of them. It's just it could have been great. It really could have. I gave it a 2.25.
Gotcha. Gabby, what do you think?
I actually didn't think about how it could have been more dramatic in the beginning. I watched Total Divas, so I just felt like it was a recap for me. However, now that you brought this up, I would have liked to see them doing backstage interviews with the girls and one of them being like, yeah, I can't wait to get revenge on her tonight. You know, something like that would have actually been cool to build it up. However, loved how Naomi went right for the eye, right on, girl. She flipped over Oksana and butt slammed her in the face. That was one of my favorite moves. I don't know what it's called. Maybe you guys do. Where they literally tumble over each other.
Oh, she just did like a tumble.
Yeah, like she grabbed onto her, flipped over her, and then boom, went the butt. I don't know, but it was awesome. Anyways, like always, she has extreme power and strength. Her jumps are always really powerful. She did a really cool twist jump and flip through Oksana's face, like kind of kicked her and twisted.
Yeah.
Love that. And I don't know, I see Naomi as being one of these divas that gets into the Hall of Fame at some point because to me, she's a star diva. I think she's one of the best, if not the best, wrestlers right now on the roster. And I just hope that day comes soon. I'd like her to see her as a Divas champ and take out AJ Lee one of these days. I know that's what she wants to do, so hopefully sooner rather than later. But I don't know if anyone recognized this, but at the end of the match, the Funkadactyls messed up their dance.
I did see that.
Did you?
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, so like they did two different things in the beginning, and I saw Naomi hesitate, and then she started laughing it off. But it was cool. Very professional, ladies. Good job.
The show must go on.
The
dancing
on.
must go on. Especially in WWE. Dancing must go on.
It never stops.
I gave this match a 5.0, and it's because I don't find anything wrong with what Naomi does. I feel like everything's to perfection. Even when she loses an eye.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So go, Naomi.
Well, one thing that, because you've been gone for a little bit, AJ doesn't have the title anymore.
Oh my god, no way.
Yeah. Paige, a girl that was the women's champion at NXT,
In NXT?
beat AJ.
Yeah.
Her first match.
UK's
win the
own,
belt.
who was not on main event.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
she wasn't. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I bet you all the other divas are pissed about that.
There was a really great match between her and Alicia Fox on main event, and Paige is like this fierce warrior, like screaming like "Rah!" and hair pulling and just like these fantastic aggressive moves. I hope she plays main event really soon so that you can
Wow.
experience her because I really enjoyed that.
So she's good.
She's really good.
Good.
Yes.
So well deserved then. Good job, Paige. Interesting.
Well, this match, they've been really establishing the divas really well as of late with Paige, with now Alicia Fox has a lot to her character. I thought this was a perfect opportunity to add more to Oksana's character, which they didn't. Like, it was a shame that this, to me, should have been the match with a DQ. This should have been the match where Oksana goes right back after the eye and gets herself disqualified from just being too vicious of a brute, trying to take Naomi out. Because was Naomi in that 14 Diva match for the title at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was.
Okay, I couldn't remember if she made it or not, because if she didn't, like, then Oksana cost her Mania moment potentially. Like, you know, if that's built in the story, but she might have been there. I just don't recall. But it was a good match, serviceable match. But like you said, these are those moments where they so rarely happen, the natural feuds because of something. So to capitalize on it and to keep it going. But this is just one of the times where hopefully they do keep it going, that they didn't just blow their load with it. That there could be so much more, because it's already just built in the fans' minds that they hate each other. It's established on Total Divas. It's established in matches. We know she's gone for that reason. Like, keep it going. It's already written for you. It's already done. So it was all right. So I gave it 22 funky rolls.
Gotcha. I mean, I thought it was a decent match. I wish it would have been longer, and I gave it a 2.0 just because I think they should have capitalized on this story that they had, going into this.
Excuse me?
Yes.
A 2.0 off of not having a story?
Yes.
Well, it was kind of a wasted opportunity. And,
that's what I
hate
looked at
to
it.
see potential
Hold
be
on.
wasted.
That means he gave Mark Henry and Cesaro's match the same rating as the Divas match.
No. Oh, you mean I gave.
Didn't you give it a 2?
Oh, I did give that a 2. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
did. You think it was that bad?
They didn't. I wanted to be, more invested in this match. I was there to be invested in it, and then just they took me out of it 2 seconds into it, where it just didn't. Having Naomi win didn't do anything to this. It doesn't. See exactly. But yeah, they didn't.
I love it. Gabby's fired up.
Yeah.
I am fired up.
I mean, I agree with Scott. It should have been a DQ finish. Oksana gets disqualified for going after her eye, and then you have this match on SmackDown or Raw next week to get people into it more.
Yeah, I mean, they could have established Oksana as a total viper. That would have been great. Great for her character. She already has the outfit. She already has the, the stride with it. And they could have built that up, in that way, and then her and Alicia Fox get back together. Then you have Naomi that you feel like, she needs to get revenge. Yeah, she won this time, but she needs to get more than that. I don't feel satisfied. I want her to beat her like 3 times, 10 times. But they didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Naomi is impressive. I do think she has really good moves.
Very.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely think I agree with you. She's gonna get the title.
It's just not enough for tonight's
No,
match.
it wasn't. It was not. It was not enough for me tonight for this match. But yeah, so I gave it a 2.0. I just
Watch your left eye, Tom.
Yeah, really. He came for me, I'm coming for you.
Just an accident. I'm telling you, just an accident.
But so then we get another Raw recap of it was John Cena versus Harper, the main event of Raw. The Usos were out there with John Cena to kind of be his backup. The match all breaks down. Cena almost gets the win, but Harper gets disqualified because Rowan entered the ring. The Wyatts just destroy John Cena, and then Bray Wyatt hitting the sister Abigail's on like the Usos and then John Cena. I think it's awesome the way he does that. Like each when he does that move a lot faster, it makes it look way more powerful than if he's just like setting it up to do it. But then he did it to him on the ramp, and I like the whole 10 count of Harper counting as Bray Wyatt sings his song, and the crowd was awesome, like going crazy for him on Raw on Monday, and add backlash. Oh man, I'm going way back. Payback, yes, Payback. It's gonna be Cena versus Wyatt in a last man standing match, and just so you guys know, like a last man standing, they have to. It's whoever gets up last on a 10 count. So if the ref will start counting to 10
count,
they can't get up. Then
You have to be dead, pretty much.
Yeah. And so after after the Wyatts took Cena out, Bray Wyatt was singing, and Luke Harper was counting. But I thought that was an awesome way to end Raw. What do you guys think of the recap?
It was fantastic. That was great. I mean, they've set up such a great thing. You have Cena as your hero, and then you have Bray as your villain, and you love to hate Bray, and you love to hate Cena. So it's fantastic. They play off of each other so well, and then that promo was so well done, and then it was a total story. It was a epic story that they were telling, and we're still in the middle of it. And that's fantastic. And they should do that with Naomi and Oksana. You could have a hero and a villain that way. It's like, why not? Why not with them?
Because their name's not John Cena.
I guess so. But yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
Awesome. What'd you guys think? You excited for this match?
For Gabby, Naomi is basically my Luke Harper. Like, I can't rave enough about the guy. Like, that guy is amazing to watch. When we all went to Raw and getting to see him up close, like watching his eyes, watching the way he does everything, it's so meticulous. Like, you never have that feeling of anything's dropped. Like, you're always sucked into that reality of what he does. And that guy constantly impresses. He does drop kicks, he does Hurricane Ranas. It's like whatever happens in a match, that happens to him that you would think there's no way he can do it in return, he then does it.
Yeah, diving out of the ring.
Yeah. He's the hillbilly that Vince McMahon has been wanting for years. Like the Godwins and Hillbilly Jim. Like,
Godwins.
He's his ultimate hillbilly who can talk, who can do everything in the ring. He's amazing. And so the culmination of all that group is great. This feud with Cena's great. Like, it's great.
Yeah, and in agreement with Markeia, here's an example of a match that shows intense opposites, which is kind of what you guys are asking for. So I get it now. It's awesome. And I love watching those two together. Huge fan of the Wyatts. I like John Cena, but I also like the drama. And I like a little edge. So mixing the two opposites, it does make it more interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for the match. I think it's going to be a good match. I'm hoping... not because I don't like Cena that much, but I'm hoping Bray gets the win in that match. I think it would definitely
nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Nothing at all. It will, but John Cena's a guy. I don't think he's ever lost a last man standing match. Maybe one he's lost, and he's probably been in 5 or 6 in his career. And they don't really do last man standing matches because they're a couple years ago they were very like bloody matches. Like guys would just be like gushing blood, like
brutal,
real blood
yeah.
or ketchup?
No, real blood.
Okay.
Like
They keep ketchup packets in their Spanx.
Well, that's what I
like
heard
that.
when I was a kid. Like, I feel like my parents or somebody used to tell me that the wrestlers did that.
No. This is like it would be.
brutal,
I mean,
barbaric,
just gushing down their face. Yeah. So they're brutal matches where it takes a while for them to get someone down to. Yeah, for the 10 count.
It's usually just really, really brutal, violent matches, and it's a new style of brutal and violent, but they'll definitely pull out all the stops. These two guys.
Yeah, and especially with having, Harper and Rowan on the outside to help Bray, in the match. I think it'll be interesting to see. And then we see for SmackDown this week, Hulk Hogan is going to be on SmackDown. So this is the first time he'll be in the UK for a WWE show in over 20 years. So that should be interesting.
Right, those are the keywords.
Yes. And it'll be Ziggler. Ziggler wants a rematch against Batista, this time in no DQ match because Batista destroyed him last week on SmackDown.
This will work out for him. Dress up as Sherlock Holmes, Ziggler.
Use a disguise.
We'll just figure out how to solve the mystery of Batista.
And then let's get to the main event of Main Event.
Ish.
Yes, the amazing arm wrestling match between, it wasn't that amazing, Cesaro and Mark Henry. Heyman comes out and says, he was wrong for accepting this match because Cesaro already beat Mark Henry a couple weeks ago. And Heyman says, well, why don't we have something like an arm wrestling match to see who will be who really is the strongest man in the world.
So stupid.
Yeah.
And Mark Henry agrees to it right away.
Of course he agrees. Look at his size. I mean, his arm is like 5 times the size of Cesaro's.
Yeah, but have you ever seen videos? I'll have to show you. There's a video of Cesaro working out where he is lifting a dumbbell or the.
Is Steve
the
laughing
bar.
in the booth?
I don't know. I think he's laughing at somebody else.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were really that funny.
Wonderful.
But he's
Tom spends his free time watching Cesaro workout videos.
he's lifting. What it's like a 45-pound bar with, I think 90 pounds or something on each side, or
The
more than
barbell?
that. Yeah, the barbell. Yeah. Like however much the barbell weighs. So like 45 pounds, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Then he's got like 90 pounds on each side, lifting it with one hand from the ground up and then over his head.
He's deadlifting.
So to be totally sure on this, it's not a dumbbell. It's not something that's
no. It's
It's
the
the bar.
wide. It's the
like
bar.
It's a
6 foot.
deadlift.
Yes.
It's a 6 foot
Yeah.
wide bar that he's doing with one hand.
Yes.
Gross.
Yeah, but how much has Mark Henry done? Have we compared?
I don't know. I
He
don't
can
watch
roll
Mark
a-
Henry workout videos.
Do you
so.
remember from SmackDown like a long time ago? I
When he
think it was
pulled the
SmackDown
truck?
or Raw. Well, no, not that.
People two semi trucks.
Okay.
Him rolling a frying pan in his hand.
Yes, I did see that. Yes.
What he does
Like-
is he took a frying pan, an iron, cast iron
Okay,
frying
but
pan.
what was it? An
rest it on
IKEA
his-
frying pan?
No, I don't know. Well, I don't know.
I don't know to what length the prop department can go to make a frying pan in a day, but he took it and rolled it in his hand, and it was clear like it took effort to do. Like I don't think he's
You
that
saw
good
him
at
flex.
doing pantomime.
Pantomime.
And put it on his knee and
Yeah.
just rolled it in his hand until it like curved around his hand, a frying pan.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
If you guys find that clip,
And that's Henry,
Yeah,
right?
I want to see
yeah, that's
that.
Henry.
That's what I'm
'Cause he won-
saying.
He won
Henry
World's Strongest Man
is a
competition.
beast. Yeah.
Like he has that moniker for
Yeah.
a reason.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think. I mean, I would like to see a competition between them and see who really is the strongest.
Legit
Yeah,
competition.
yes.
None of this stage stuff.
No, no arm wrestling match. I don't want to see
but
that.
wasn't Mark Henry like a Olympic
Yep.
body builder?
And
or
the world's
something?
strongest
Yeah.
man. Like
Yeah, and that's why he
Olympic
got
weightlifter.
signed,
He's
right?
an Olympic
That's what
weightlifter.
you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. Well, isn't he already stronger than Cesaro?
Yeah,
I mean, isn't
exactly.
that just
he's
like
years
got
ago,
the
yeah.
touch that say so. WSM.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, years. I mean, yes, he is strong. I'm not going to say Mark Henry's not strong,
you're
obviously.
wrong.
I'm just saying.
You've seen
I
Mark
think
Henry wear
Cesaro.
jorts, and you're just biased on this.
Yes.
Oh,
I just.
does he have little legs? He's got the little
Oh
legs.
no!
Yeah.
No?
Oh yeah. That's he's just a sequoia, like Mark Henry.
All I'm saying is, I think Cesaro. I would like to see a legit competition between them to see who really is stronger, because Cesaro is a beast. So
That should
I
just be a
just-
network show.
Yeah.
A strongman competition. amongst
Yeah.
everybody.
Oh, they should make one for WWE.
Like their own
Yeah, man.
Olympics.
That'd be
yeah, we're just giving so many ideas.
You're welcome, Triple H.
Take them. We want to watch them.
So yeah, Heyman says, yeah, let's have an arm wrestling match instead of a real match.
The crowd went, no.
And Henry agrees. He gets out of the ring, starts taking apart the announcer table. And then Heyman says, oh, Henry, you're just calling our bluff. And this is always like, calling our bluff? What are you talking about? Like, I didn't decide to do this. Kind of was seeing like a little tension between them. And then Heyman's like, no, I think you could definitely beat him. But I just don't think we should do this right now. And then but Cesaro, gets out of the ring because, he wants to prove that he's stronger than Mark Henry. And the best line of the night was Mark Henry's like, Cesaro's trying to, feeling him out, seeing what's happening. And he's like, come on, we ain't got all night. And Paul Heyman's like, why not? Like, what? Yes, we do have all night.
And then Mark Henry snapping the neck like, oh,
Yeah.
all right, sorry.
But yeah, that was the best. I think that was probably the best part of main event. It was like just so real and funny. And Cesaro, they lock up. They're about to start, and Henry is starting to beat Cesaro a little bit, and then Heyman grabs Mark Henry's arm to distract him.
He's concerned because Cesaro's still wearing his jacket.
Yes,
which
he kept
might
telling him to
impede
take
his
it off.
arm wrestling abilities.
Yeah. He told him about 5 times, take off the jacket. You got to take off your jacket. And Cesaro was not having it. But as Mark Henry was distracted, Cesaro jumps across the table, knocks him in the face, punches him in the face. Henry goes down on the ground, and then Cesaro picks up the announcer's table and just flips it on top of Mark Henry. And the winner of the arm wrestling contest and the world's strongest athlete.
The table.
Yes. Cesaro. And, they walk off. Heyman and Cesaro walk off. Henry's gets, attended to by the medical staff because that table fell on his pinky, I think. I don't know. It didn't really fall on him. I mean,
Shockwaves near him.
after it kind of rolled, it fell on him. But, yeah. I don't know. That was how the show, it ended really like just them walking away and just was.
It was comedy. It wasn't really wrestling. It's just a little insert. And I don't know. Sorry, I cut everybody off, but I think
yeah.
it's
Go for it.
ridiculous. I mean, I will watch it because it's good, but as a main event, bullshit. I call it bullshit.
Oh, we missed you, Gabby.
What I did like, I know because I'm just real and I say it how like it is. I don't know. I did like how Heyman defends his man, but then I also thought it was funny how he was quick to be like, oh wait, maybe I shouldn't have said that because I'm fucking retarded. Like he had that thought to himself.
Whoa.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. I do.
And then they went through with the hand
Gabby's
thing
back on main
anyways.
event.
That's the main event. I mean,
There we go. There you go.
They went through with the hand thing anyways, and Paul Heyman's face, you could tell he's like, shit, I'm screwed. So he ran over, slapped the arm to distract Henry, and Henry got all startled. And then Cesaro, that's when he slapped him or punched him and threw him over, and shit was done from there. But it was just the most ridiculous thing ever, and thank you, WWE, for making me entertained, I guess, at the very least.
you need to go back and watch more stuff to say that this was the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen.
Okay, well,
but
maybe
for you,
it's
yes.
not,
For you,
but-
yes. No, yeah, I know. It's just funny though.
Maybe okay. In this one, give me a word.
Like incident.
Instance.
Instance, but match-ish. What's the whole
yeah,
program
you
considered?
have two
Like this little angle?
strong
Yeah,
men.
like
You
this-
have two super
this
strong
storyline.
guys, and this is how they blow up at each other.
And the way that Mark Henry had responded to those ideas that Paul Heyman kept throwing out was funny to me. Because he's like, oh, yeah, let's do that because you're going to go down. He knew what he was getting himself into. And that to me was comedy.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. Most ridiculous. There's been so many ridiculous things. How could I say that?
It's pretty silly. Like,
I mean, Sandow was one of them, even in the same freaking show. Whatever. That's me.
it just didn't come to fruition. This segment, like there's an idea forming, but it wasn't finished. Like it seems as though when they walked away, it's like, oh, is the real thing gonna happen now? And fade to black. Like, oh no. So just wasn't what you'd want. If this came in the middle of the show, building up to the following week's main event, where we are going to get a match or whatever, but yeah, that was the culmination of the #1 WWE Network show. Like, needs a little bit more.
Can I give it a 0?
I was going to give it one unfinished script.
Gotcha. One,
Yeah.
we ran out of time.
Man.
We ran out
And
of
main event
and
goes
then they
live
just-
on the network.
Nobody else was available.
Maybe. Because there's so many different ideas that they could have. If they have like these hyped up prop people that want to like dress Sherlock Holmes. I mean, how about if they're going to do like a strongman thing, bring out things for them to crumple, like with a frying pan or something. Bring those out. Be like, here's a 2x4. Here's a this. Break this in half. Here's a brick. Here's anything like that. And then they could have even done a really great angle with that, where it's like, okay, Cesaro's like, you know what, you can go first. And then Mark Henry starts doing the frying pan thing again. And then Cesaro takes his frying pan and smacks him in the face.
Yep.
You know, and then he's like out for the count. And it's like, and Cesaro wins. Mark Henry starts getting up. Okay, we're gonna go now. You know, and then that's funny. That's comedy. And you know, that would have been better. That would have been so much better than Mark Henry can't get a table off of him. This
World's
Hey,
strongest
there's
man.
yeah, exactly.
Olympic bodybuilder can't lift this table.
That the other guy just threw easily
Yes.
onto
A
him.
hollow
Yes,
table.
that happened.
Okay, so what producer wrote this? Can we get them on the line right now?
I'm so sure they'll want to talk to him.
Listen, we know some of the producers at WWE because they're AfterBuzz alum.
Ah.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is
Yes.
Markeia came up with 3 better ideas for this show than that happened on the show tonight.
She could be a producer
How-
one day for
Yeah,
WWE.
How long have you been watching
You
wrestling?
never
Since
know.
September?
Yeah, it was either
Since
So, like,
September,
9
October,
So like,
something like that.
Okay. So like 9 months into this, and you've come up with 3 better ideas than the people that have been doing it for years. Come on,
What does that
WWE,
tell you?
step
Because
this
they're
up.
tired.
To be totally
Their brains
fair-
are so tired.
To be
Thank you,
totally fair,
Richard.
also in Main Event's defense, this is a show not of the caliber of the other shows.
Bullshit.
Well, no, it's not. It's
Well,
not.
they now have a
but-
network, so now they have to step up their game.
But I'm saying, like, they gotta
I
when
agree
they have a
with
show
you.
like this, you know, we notice, and I think the fans do too. So it's you got to step it back up.
Yeah, but you can't just put
nail
minimal
it.
effort into something that's on. If it's
That's
on
what I'm
your
saying.
network, it's like it's still a baby. Like you need to develop it. You can't just be like, "Oh, that's the shit show." We don't really give a crap
Or like,
about
or
it.
think that
I'm agreeing.
we were #1 last week. We're gonna be #1 again this week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
think they'll maybe see that drop
in
and like
more
people.
effort.
Yeah, people didn't want to
I'm
watch
saying
that.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I think
saying.
the problem is that they're not.
He's like, "I'm
Come after me. You're like, no, I think this. Like, that's no. I said the same thing. Please
Yeah,
don't.
she's
I'm
gonna
just
do an
gonna-
eye
Come on.
incident to you. No, I think the problem is that they're not writing for their wrestlers. They're just coming up with these ridiculous scenarios. When you have these strong wrestlers, you have these strong athletes, whatever character they've established, or if they haven't established a character yet, you can write for that. You can write for the first thing that you feel whenever you look at them. You know, and that would be so easy to do, but they're not doing that, and I don't understand why they wouldn't. I mean, if you have the two of them and it's like the strongman thing, what do you think of with strongman? You think of, you know, bench pressing. You don't think arm wrestling. Is it that they just didn't want to bring any props out? Is it that they were just like,
They left all the props here in the U.S.
It's the comedy
They
factor,
couldn't take
I
them to
think.
the UK.
Yeah,
so.
they have no frying pans in the UK.
Nope.
You know,
No.
none. They don't use that.
No,
So
they don't cook.
They're just
it's
trying to get
right for
people
the
to laugh.
wrestlers. Right for that. Those are the people that are doing the stuff out there.
Oh.
Okay.
We're getting played off now.
Yes. Okay.
All right, guys. That wraps us up for this week's main event.
That literally wraps us up for this week's
It does.
main event.
Yes.
Step it up next week because I want a good main event.
Yeah.
Gabby, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Gabby, GABBYLO87, Twitter, Gabrielle_Loren, and here on WWE Main Event Recap After Show.
Nice. Scott.
They can find me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks. Listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, Curtain Jerks, available on iTunes and SoundCloud, and also On Your Mark Pro Wrestling Talk Show. This week's guest is Nigel McGuinness. That's available on YouTube.com/OnYourMarkShow.
Nice. Markeia.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Markeia McCarty. And if you enjoy live comedy, I'll be part of the Los Angeles Improv Festival at iOS. June 1st, I'll be in Top Story Weekly at 10 p.m. June 2nd, I will be in the Herald competition with Essence. That's at 9:30. I will be in Black by Popular Demand Tuesday, that's June 3rd at 9:30. And I will be in another competition with Essence. That'll be 12:30 a.m. on Wednesday.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
And you can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom, and you can see us hopefully all here next week for a main event. See you guys then.
From executive producers Markeia Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.